Unity, you suck. I felt like Unity was beating me. I've been doing this for like a year. But I hit something yesterday and it was to simplify, and I got a whole boost and I think I'm ready to start. The problem was I learned Unity, the basics. I knew Playmaker, everything I wanted to make and all the functions. So I got the assets I wanted and everything I needed to make this whole game in my head. All written down, all good, right? No. So I spent the whole year pulling in assets, building the environments, and then finding something was jacked up. Here, I'll just show you. The whole thing, I get so close and I spent all this time, like this house, I got it modeled, I got my assets in exactly how I wanted, and then I pull in a character controller, and then it was like too tall and it wouldn't work. Like I finally got the doors working, but it glitches through and I couldn't get that to work. And then I spent a whole month trying to get it to debug and play with my environment, and I just couldn't get it to work. So scratch that. So I scrapped that, and then I reset and I bought this whole thing. I got this office park built and the environment was cool. I got all my pieces in place. And then when I finally got down to the living quarters, I built this whole house from scratch. And I got my same first-person controller. And I couldn't get into the house. There's no bounding box here. There's nothing. The piece of geometry is, I don't know if it's baked in. When I click it, there's no bounding box. And then I just discovered if you jump around, you can get into the stupid house. And this is probably as close as I got to making everything from scratch. I love the way the styling came out. I got the HQ residential house. I've got this really complex reticle system. The random house, I would re-render everything and have these weird glitches everywhere. So I think as a beginner, you can get just down on yourself and you don't want to continue. So unless you're going to make something out of just blocks and hope it looks like something you think would be playable, you get stuck. And I think that's where I'm a beginner, so I'm just assuming you guys are, or you wouldn't be on this channel. So I decided to go back and just get an asset, use the demo scene as is, and then layer Playmaker functionality on top of it. And I think that's going to be the goal. So this is almost a straight out of the box asset. Another house, another 60 bucks down the toilet. Hopefully not, but this is their character controller. It is so smooth. I would normally just go ahead and take the character controller, delete it, put my own or buy OPS or whatever it's called, and then, but I guarantee you it won't work. This one has that nice thing where hit E, you go into it. So I'm gonna reset and say screw it. I'm not gonna be embarrassed with using an asset as is. Like this is a scene built into the asset. Screw it. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna make my game. This thing is obviously designed to be creepy with a flashlight, whatever the hell that's for, and then relight the thing with hidden lights, get it how I want it to work, and you know, there's no ego involved. I'm gonna make what I want to make, and hopefully I can use their character controller and then use the Playmaker pieces to make the house shake, to do whatever. But I think trying to use an asset and then jigger it around by pulling out their scripting might frustrate a lot of people, and you'll just stop developing. Whoa, caps locks. I hate caps locks. So I'm gonna go ahead and work with this and try this. Look at this, how cool this is. The thing just works. So why not use it? I mean, people say don't use the demo asset. You suck. You know, why not? I'm just gonna use it as is and then do all the interactivity in Playmaker. So is that a cheat? At this point, I don't really care because this asset isn't my game. It just gave me something to let me zip around the house nicely. All right, so if you're gonna call this a cheat, If not, I think there's way so much more work to do to make this into a game, much less spending 6 months trying to re-engineer the wheel to get this house to behave from scratch. So, alright, so hopefully I'll have something to show next time. I just want to get a video out. It kind of sucked that I've been trying to get something to work with an asset, with Playmaker, instead of just using the strengths of an asset and then build upon what you have. Alright, so hopefully this takes some stress off of where you're at, and if you're way ahead of me and advanced and think this is dumb, you're better than I am at game development, so I don't know what to tell you. Go do your own thing. Alright, hope this helps. Keep working on your stuff. Alright, later.